Hi, my name is Brooklyn, and we were required to watch a video. And it was very informational and had a lot of good information to take notes on and to have throughout your entire teaching career. The 3 questions we were asked to ponder while we watched the video were, why are these scenarios worthwhile for our future? What are the speakers bringing out in their personal reflection that applies to teaching through cultural responsiveness? And how does the video teach you about diversity regarding language and disability? These questions were in the back of my mind the entire time I was watching the video, which really helped me out a lot while I was watching the video, and to be able to see things that I might not have been able to see or really paid attention to had I not had these questions in front of me. The first question, why are these scenarios worthwhile or valid within the areas I'm hoping to teach? I'm hoping to teach kindergarten, so it really talked about, kindergarten is where it all begins. So you begin in a good start, you end at a good start. So I feel like if children and students begin learning that school is a fun place, it's safe, it's where you meet friends, you're just a kind of a community, like one of the teachers spoke about, that they learn that early in life and in their first years of school, that they take that with them throughout the rest of their years of school. When you first instill something in somebody's mind and you make it so important to them, I feel like they do remember it and they do carry it with them as they go on. Another one was on the video, one of the teachers was teaching the kids about different holidays and that different people celebrate different things different ways, but not because they're different, but because we're all the same, because we all celebrate a holiday, maybe not the same, but we celebrate a holiday, may not be the same holiday, but we celebrate holidays. So we're different, but at the same time, we're not unique, but we're the same because we're different. I loved how she stated that she wanted her class and her kids to walk away from her class with appreciation of differences and a mutual respect for each other. And I thought that was so important, being that, she taught her kids that it was okay to be diverse, but it was also okay to think about something being diverse, because that's what makes us the same, because we're all different. And I just really loved her lesson on that. The second question spoke about what are the speakers bringing out in their personal reflections that apply to the teaching through a cultural responsiveness. The speakers realize that it is a diverse world. They've lived it, they've done it, and they're trying to instill in young people that it's important that they know that diversity is out there and you will come across it one way or another. The children are the most diverse in the classroom because they come from all over. So like in today's classrooms, you have people from Asia, you have people from Canada, you have people from all over the world, not just the United States, and even the different 50 states in the United States, but even broader than that. So I really liked how they talked about that the whole world is diverse and that you want everybody to know that you're going to cross that path somewhere. I think it's very important that teachers keep the lessons about culture and diversity open and talked about. One of the teachers talks about stereotypes, and one of the students said we should learn these things so they don't happen again. I've always felt that way. I've always had that in the back of my mind. Like, history's always been a big deal for learning these different things that happened in the world so that we, the people of the next generation, make sure they don't happen again. Because you learn from people's mistakes. So if you don't know their mistakes, you're going to have to figure it out yourself. So our founding fathers and everybody before us learned all that. So we need to take that and be grateful that we have that and learn from it. The third question was, how does this video teach you about diversity in regard to language and disability? one of the teachers talks about tasting different foods and tasting from different places. The teacher says you can't just take your background you learned, but you need to think about the children and the cultural implication and be thoughtful and respectful how you can teach them and about new things that you've learned. Not just what you know, but you need to broaden out as well as the teacher of the class. They also talked about slaves and not knowing what was being said because they were from different cultures and spoke different languages. They were from different parts of Africa, so everybody from different parts of Africa spoke different languages. So the language diversity was a huge problem and misunderstanding during that time. And they talked about that being a huge deal, with slaves, because misunderstanding when you don't understand what they're saying. I mean, you got to know what somebody's saying. And they also had like another speaker in the classroom where they would tell her, he would say, okay, you say it in your language so that the students can hear you. And I really liked his persona on the subject. He said that he was the diversity in the classroom because he was white and because he was a male. And most of the students were from Africa, and they were around women most of the time. And all the people that were different from them were mostly women, but he was a male. So they got a lot of diversity, and he used his self to pursue that in his classroom. I thought that was awesome. It says, I took notes on the younger kids needed to have it brought to them in their own language. So having that, that other figure in the room that could speak to them and they understood her more, I thought that was a great aspect in the classroom. And I really enjoyed the video, and I really hope all of that made sense. I really tried hard, and I took lots of notes that I probably didn't even need for this video, but I will forever. I've saved the video in my tags, and I will use that from time to come. Thank you.